I now recognize the ranking member of the full committee, Mr. Larsen, for 5 minutes for an opening statement.
Thank you, Chair Rouser and Ranking Member Napolitano, for holding this hearing on clean water infrastructure financing, and thank you for the witnesses for joining us today. I have to admit I'm a little disappointed walking down the hallways here and seeing the big lineup outside, and then realizing they weren't here for the clean water infrastructure hearing. I do think it's an important issue, perhaps not as important as other things, but I'm glad we're having this hearing and the folks at home can participate otherwise. In June, I joined EPA's Assistant Administrator for Water, Radhika Fox, in my district in Ferndale, Washington, to announce over $278 million in funding for water infrastructure for American Indian tribes and Alaskan Native villages. These historic investments were the largest ever made by the EPA to tribes through regular appropriations funding. Clean water is a human right that historically underserved communities, including tribal communities, have lacked access to for far too long. Investments like these, made possible by the bipartisan infrastructure law, will improve lives, level the playing field for communities, and create jobs. In the BIL, on a bipartisan basis, Congress affirmed its commitment to water infrastructure with significant investments. $14.4 billion in federal dollars for upgrading wastewater systems, preventing pollution, and supporting restoration programs in places like Puget Sound and the Salish Sea. These investments are critical, providing a lifeline to communities across the country struggling to maintain water quality. Members who voted for the BIL voted for clean water. House Democrats have consistently supported investments in water infrastructure to protect public health and the work that the EPA and other agencies do in support of this clean water mission. In contrast, the House Republican Interior Appropriations Bill proposes a 2/3 reduction in funding for the Clean Water SRF, a cut of over $1 billion. The Clean Water State Revolving Fund, or the SRF, has been the linchpin of efforts to protect and improve water quality over 3 decades. I suspect that's why, despite differences, all the witnesses appearing before us today agree on the importance of clean water SRF funding. In just the last 2 years in the district I represent, the Clean Water SRF has been used to upgrade aging sewer and water equipment, improve nutrient removal capabilities, and protect local groundwater supply. And I have toured far too many to count wastewater facilities in my district. It's the things you get to do when you're a member of Congress. And I can assure you that there's plenty more work that needs to be done. From a $1.4 million SRF loan in Whatcom County to a $200,000 grant to the Lemhi Tribe for engineering reviews, the Clean Water SRF is making a difference. Established in 1987, it's been critical for countless communities striving to upgrade and maintain their water and wastewater infrastructure. It's provided low-interest loans and grants to states and municipalities, allowing them to undertake vital projects that protect public health, preserve our natural resources, and stimulate economic growth. Unfortunately, we have at times neglected to invest in our infrastructure. Aging pipes, polluted waterways, and increasingly frequent extreme weather events have stretched our water systems and wastewater systems to a breaking point. The most recent EPA report on wastewater infrastructure needs estimated we would need $271 billion over the next 20 years to continue to meet federal standards for water quality. These challenges are not limited to one region. They affect communities from coast to coast and across the political spectrum. Under the bipartisan infrastructure law, $11.7 billion in supplemental appropriations for the Clean Water SRF will be provided through 2026, on top of what should be continued in regular appropriations. These investments are a down payment on transforming our nation's wastewater infrastructure, and their significance cannot be overstated. This funding will enable communities large and small to embark on a new era of water infrastructure projects that will modernize our systems, improve water quality, and ensure the safety and health of citizens. The impact of this investment goes beyond the immediate benefits of improved water quality. It will create jobs, it will stimulate local economies, it will support American business. The bipartisan infrastructure law recognizes that investing in our water infrastructure is an investment in our future. So I thank you again, Mr. Chair and Ranking Member, for holding this hearing. I look forward to the testimony.
Thank the gentleman. I'd now like to welcome our witnesses and